What you will need for this is some apple cider vinegar, Indian heating clay, aka Bentonite clay, a bowl, a stirring utensil, and a application brush. First, you take your apple cider vinegar and your tablespoon. I forgot to mention that you need a tablespoon. Here I used 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and then I wind up adding another tablespoon of vinegar, but honestly you don't need a tablespoon of vinegar because unless you have someone else to use the mask, it will make a lot. So I had to use some for me and my sister, but I was trying to make some for one. So I used 2 tablespoons of vinegar, but if you want to do just one for yourself, I'd say half a tablespoon of vinegar. And then I scooped out a tablespoon, a big heaping glop of it because I knew I had a lot of liquid, and slowly mix that in and stir, give it a good stir. And FYI, this will bubble and that's totally normal. Just keep mixing and then keep slowly adding sums. So just mix, and it will look like that because it will bubble, but it soon will settle. So just keep mixing until you get the consistency that you want. It shouldn't be too wet and it shouldn't be too thick. Other than that, it'll be difficult to put on. So right now I'm just stirring it to make sure it gets to the consistency that I want. And stir, and as you see, it's thickening up a little bit. And just keep stirring. And as you see, it doesn't drip, so it seems to be a pretty good thickness. Just make sure it's mixed in there really well. And then I went back for just a little bit because I wanted a tad bit thicker, although that would have worked, but you know, make it to the consistency that you want. And just make sure you get all the clumps out. There you go, and now it looks a little more like mud, and that's what you want it to look like. And there you go, it doesn't drip, and it looks about right to where I want it. So here's my sister, and I will be applying it to her face with my application brush. It's just a regular foundation brush, and you can use it to apply this just so you can get even strokes and even application of the mixture, and just keep applying it to the face. Okay, just make sure you have an even thick coating. This is about thick enough. You can make it thicker or thinner. It's your preference. So right now we're all done with applying it. And voila, that's what it will look like when you're done. And this is how it looks when you dry.